Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back for real. Okay, no, I'm back with a get ready with me. You guys have been requesting to see my latest and most updated makeup look after I posted to my story that a girl still got it. So if you guys want to see me get ready and see what products I'm currently loving and enjoying, then keep on watching. But don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more content uploaded. Let's get into it. So guys, okay, so first and foremost, I've hydrated my lips using the Fenty Skin Fenty Treats Strengthening and Hydrating Lip Oil. This is in the flavor coconut. One thing I love about Fenty when it comes to their lip products, and just about any product at all, is that when they have a flavor, it truly does smell like the actual flavor. You know, sometimes brands like, there's a little bit of a but they really get it right. So yeah, this is how the applicator looks, which I think is really great for lips. I'm gonna apply some more because I can. Okay, so I don't even know, like I haven't done this in so long, it's so weird. Let's start off by priming the face. I'm going in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Primer. It's almost done. I have another one. I'm obsessed with this primer. I am someone who has oily skin, so I'm very big on mattifying primers because there's nothing I hate more than when you're done doing your makeup, you're leaving the house and now you're looking like a disco ball. We don't want that. And those who are my day ones and subbies, you guys know me and my ongoing journey with acne. The girl had it nipped in the butt, but my skin broke out again recently, so hence the scarring. But I'm actually gonna take you guys on a skincare journey now that I'm back, like I have before. Just to tell you guys what I'm using now on my skin, what has changed, and what actually really helped me get rid of the active breakout. In terms of scarring, I've always mentioned to you guys that it's purely like treatments, honestly. Obviously, there are some at-home products for maintenance, but we can get into all of that in another video. I'm using a flat brush to apply my primer. I don't want to use my fingers. I prefer to use my brushes at the moment for applying product on my face. Then we're gonna let that sit a little bit. This fan is like 5 to dying. Otherwise, how y'all been doing? I feel like I haven't been on here in so long. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you guys have been doing. How's life treating you? How's work? How's the kids? Okay, I think that's fine. Foundation. Next step, foundation. Foundations I'm going to be using today is the Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade. This is a soft lit in 335. And then I'm going to be using my Guerlain, I don't know how, potato, as you wish to pronounce it. This is the Gold Matte Foundation. I am so obsessed with this foundation. The shade is 4N. Neutral. I'm a neutral girl. So I'm gonna do one pump of each on my hand and we're gonna build from there. Love a good coverage but hate looking cake. So I like to build my products. Nothing has changed much, but I'm still a full coverage girly. Guys, I still have this brush. Those who know. Welcome back. Those who know, I'm not even gonna mention the brand. If you can guess which brush this is that I'm using, that means you've been watching you have been on my channel for a long time, you've been a subscriber for a long time. Leave a comment down below and let me know which brush this is, because if you've been around, yeah, so just gonna blend this all over the place. I am using a dabbing motion to apply my foundation. Don't forget the neck dolls. I'm not gonna drag it too far down because I am wearing white and we don't want any mistakes. I'm gonna add more products because I haven't reached the level of coverage I desire. I'm gonna pop on more, and more. I haven't forgotten my forehead, guys. Don't worry. So if you are someone who prefers to conceal prior to applying your foundation, you are more than welcome to. But me personality, I just like to go straight in with foundation, hey. I only conceal when I feel like my acne scarring is extremely dark and it needs to be corrected. But lately, I feel like my marks are getting lighter, so I am not, I don't feel pressed to conceal. But every person has their own desired routine, right? Done. Look at that. Okay. Lovely. Now we're gonna move on to brows. This is the part that makes me shake and I hate doing it on camera. For my brows, I'm using the Maybelline Espresso Brow Pencil. I love how it's two-ended. So we get the sharp fine tip pencil here and we get a spoolie. Spoolie is very important, dolls, within the brow process. You need to be brushing up those brows to get a very nice yet natural finish. When filling in your brows, you're gonna start off by brushing them upwards with a spoolie, like so. And then you're gonna go in with your brow pencil. I like to draw a line underneath just to carve out the shape that I'm going for. I usually go in the direction of my natural brows. I like the whole arch shape. I don't like a round brow or like straight brow. I know it's a new trend right now, but I mean, I'd actually love to try a straight brow, but I feel like I'm not cool enough for it. And then you fill in drawing upwards. So you fill in the direction of which your hair grows. You don't fill in your brows going like this. You're not coloring in a book. You are creating an illusion, okay, dolls? Not an illusion, but you get what I mean. We are enhancing here. So can you see how gently I filled in the beginning, like literally 2 strokes, and you brush it out because you want your brows to have that whole feathered out look and you want them to gradually become bolder. You don't want your brows to look like they were pasted on. There is no need for the beginning of your brow to be dark and boxy in 2025. But each their own. Now I'm gonna go into the next side. I'm still gonna face this way. You guys saw what we did on the right. Also, my loves, if you're someone who struggles to filling in your brows and just generally working with your brows, you probably need to get them groomed and shaped. And if you want to know where you can do that, check out Malachite. There's a link in the bio. We do have beauty services where you can get your brows waxed or threaded, and that really helps, especially someone who's still learning how to do their makeup. So yeah, check that out. Okay, so I know that they're not the same size right now, dolls, but that is the whole point of the next step, which is cleaning up the brows. The 2 concealers I'm going to go in with, one is from Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade 350. These are their Pro Filter concealers, and then I'm going to go in with my Nubian Beauty in My Skin liquid concealer in the shade 041. I like to mix these because I like the underneath of my brow to be quite light, and then obviously the top to be as very close to my skin tone as possible. So as you guys can see, this shade is very like yellow in tone, so using it alone I've found that I don't like the results completely. So just mixing the concealers gives me better results. So just apply both on the back of my hand. I'm still a product decanting girly, and these you guys can see are the 2 shades alongside each other, and then we're just gonna mix some up. And I'm the type of person who likes to take a little by little. Like as you can see, I'm not mixing everything that's on my hand, just half the product at first until I reach the desired shade I like. I actually need to buy those mixing palette things that makeup artists have. I don't know why I don't have one, because my hand always ends up looking like a coloring book when I'm done doing my makeup. So yeah, let's get into concealer. This is a flat brush from Maven. It is the cream eyeshadow brush amazing for brows. I absolutely adore it. And as you guys can see, I like to start on the middle to the outer part, like so, and then just blend that down. I also use this as an eyeshadow base. I used to say this from when I first started doing tutorials, saying eyebrows will embarrass you on camera. That's why I take so long to do my brows, because I feel like when you're doing them in private, they always come out perfect. And the moment you do them in front of people, this is looking decent. Now we're going to conceal the top part, and I'm only using the Fenty concealer for that. Am I happy with the shape? Yes, I am. You guys seen that TikTok of that baby with the mom's like, are you happy? They have like a very southern accent. They're like, I am. Woo! Yeah, what I get? Oh, this is how you fix also a brow. You feel like you've over concealed. You take a very flat, thin brush, and you just go into your brows. If you are drawing, that helps push the concealer up. Like so. You know what, ne? Brows are sisters, they're not twins. So if I don't master them right now. Ooh, there we go. Cool. Can always come back to touch up whatever I do not like. So now I'm going to blend out my concealer using a, oh guys, some of my brushes are so old, it's embarrassing. I'm gonna use this brush. I don't know what brush this is, but it does the job, as you guys can see. I'm gonna blend in. And I also like to blend into the center, like so. Are these lights deceiving me? Yes. There we go. Gorgina. I like to go into the front part of my brows with a bit of the concealer brush, just to make sure that they're properly feathered out. Now I'm going to move on to highlighting and contouring my face, and I'm going to do eyeshadow. I actually don't know what I'm going to do with makeup. I think let me go into my eyeshadow right now. Ne? Yeah. Wait, I need to think. Brows. Let me highlight. Yeah. I'm gonna move on to highlighting the face. And the concealers I'm gonna be using to highlight are actually not right in front of me. 2 seconds. So I'm gonna go in with my We're Even concealer, which is a hydrating concealer from Fenty Beauty in the shade 309. I'm gonna pop that under my eyes, outer parts, bridge of nose, chin, above the cupid's bow, and in the center of my forehead. And then I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealer in the shade Cotton Candy. And this is like, you guys will see, it is very, very light. And I like to dab that just in the center, because I love a bright under eye. Like, I'm a bright under eye kind of girl. And I'm using my Damp Beauty blender to blend that out. Just wanna do that. See the magic? Exactly. Dab, 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 dab. And as you guys can see, I'm changing the direction of my beauty blender. When I'm blending very close to the nose, the round bigger part is at the bottom, and then as I go out I tilt it to the side. I feel like this helps me control the shape that I'm trying to create and the illusion I'm trying to create under my eye. I'm at a loss of words. A loss for words, my darling. I love a good quality makeup products. Blend out your lid. Get into all those corners of the eye, like fully covered, as you can see. And then we're also gonna blend out the center of the nose. Chin. Now the reason why I highlight before I contour is because I'm a cream highlight girl, but I'm a powder contour girl. Always have been, always will be. I have oily skin. I don't like contouring with cream products. I know you can set them with powder, but like it's just not my vibe, you know what I mean? It's not really what I want to go for in life, so I shy away from them a little bit. Now the powder I'm going to be using to set under my eyes is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I am obsessed. I picked this up at Sephora. Love her down. Also smells phenomenal. I'm just gonna pop that under the eyes. I like to start with under my eyes because I have folds under my eyes. So I'm not one of those people who can just chill with concealer without setting it, because it does crease. So setting is very, very important. And also the corner of the nose. Gotta get that in there. You know, there's nothing worse than having like a makeup crack. Like, did you not set, girl? Set, my babe. And then now, after having set, I am now baking. So the order in which I do my makeup, guys, like it's very strange. I know I've changed the order like 20 times, but I'm actually really gonna do it in the order that I actually do my face when I'm doing my face at home. So I've baked my under eyes, and I'm gonna let them sit like this. So people would say. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna go into eyeshadow now, because I like to leave my loose powder under my eyes so that it catches any fallout. So moving on to eyeshadows, I'm going to be using one of my favorite eyeshadow brands, Juvia's Place. I don't know a better girl when it comes to powder products, when it comes to eye products, anything with pigment. Like when we're talking eyeshadow, blushes, Hallor. She's amazing. So yeah, let's get into eyeshadow. I'm going for a neutral eyeshadow look, guys. I'm so boring. Story of my life. I love a neutral eyeshadow look. Listen, if nifuna ma pink cut crease, I'm not the girl. Okay, maybe I will bring that kind of stuff later on. Not right now, bruv. I feel like I did a lot of that already. I've outgrown it a little bit, and it's okay. You know what I mean? So I'm first gonna grab a very fluffy eyeshadow brush, and still going in with my concealer brush once again. I'm just gonna blend out the concealer on my lids just to make sure that there's no creases. I am a firm believer in using a concealer as an eyeshadow base. Very, very important. So the first shade I'm gonna be going in with is Kano, which is this light brown shade over here. And I'm just going to grab that into the crease of my eye, like so. This will be going in as a transition color. I'm going very like soft neutral glam today, guys, you know. I just arrived Don't expect too much from me. JK, JK. Oh, look at how beautiful that tone is. It's such a nice, subtle brown. And I also love how buttery the consistency of the palette is. They formulated so well, like it doesn't feel chalky while applying on the skin. As you guys can see, it just sits perfectly. Like it's not a product that's like has a lot of fallout. Previous place, you deserve your flowers. Honestly, and I'm willing to give them to you. Grabbing a clean brush, and I'm just going to be using that just to blend out the product well at the top, just to make sure that it fades into nothing. Going back into my brown, blend, blend, blend. It's giving butter. Butter. Love it down, guys. Sexy. So I'm gonna go in with a neutral brown, with a matte brown. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with a matte brown. But before I do that, ever so gently, I'm gonna dab into this darker brown shade here called Mino. Just a little bit. And this is a smaller fluffy brush, and we're just gonna use it to define our crease even further. Just like so. You see where I'm getting at? To be honest with you, that brown is quite cool for me, so I'm gonna go into my V palette. I'm gonna use this warmer brown over here at the bottom. I actually use this palette for contouring as well. So I'm just gonna go in with that right there. Just like so. And guys, like, when it comes to soft glam, you really have to take your time with the blending, because you don't wanna, you know, end up looking like hopping off the scene of a movie, a horror movie or something, because your makeup is not well blended. Take your time with this. That is why it's called soft glam. You want it to look like, you know what I mean? Beautiful. Now next step. I'm gonna grab like a flat eyeshadow brush, and then I'm gonna go into this shade over here called a Hosi. It's like a peachy cream, very light shade, and I'm just gonna apply this on the lower lid, packing it on almost to create the illusion of a cut crease. And we are doing this on the entire lower lid, like so. And then now we are going to wing it out, going in with my Tahila Cosmetics gel liner, as well as my angled brush, which is somewhere over here. So this is the brush that comes with the liner. It's like a very little, I actually want to use a finer brush. Scratch that. Let me find a brush. I'll be right back. Oh, grrr. I have like 20 of the same brush. Am I okay? And are you okay? Going in with my Maven angled brow brush, but I'm using it on my eyes. I'm gonna go in with my Tahila Cosmetics gel liner. Oopsie. what the consistency is of this product. Lovely. I like to clean it off on the lid like so. And I'm just gonna create a very, very thin line. Do not fear. Now, what I'm gonna do before this dries very quickly is I'm going to grab another very small brush and go into this eyeshadow here, which is Mino, the same Juvia's Place palette, and then we are going to smoke out this liner like so. Can you see what it's doing? And as I'm smoking it out, because I'm using a very flat pointy brush, I'm also creating the illusion of a wing. So if you guys saw, I didn't carry out my liner into a wing, but I'm using the brush to create that illusion because we want it to be a smoky liner. Beautiful. We're done on this eye. Focusing on the left eye now. Let's move on to lashes. The lashes I'm using are the Mink Collection Bridal Series. Guys, I'm going to link where I get my international makeup products down below. Obsessed with these lashes. They're such good quality. I don't know which ones I want to use though. I don't want to go for a very dramatic look. I think I'm gonna go with this one here. I mean, there's quite a lot of volume there, but they seem to be the shortest pair I have left. Or let me actually go for these because they're fewer. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm running out of lashes. Oh, I just ripped them. Mihlali, bored down. Like really? Let's try these out, I guess. If I rip these, I'm actually like, I quit. We made it! Okay, production break. I need to cut my lashes. Thank God. I mean, honestly, thank the Lord. Put some eyelash glue on your lashes. Let it sit a bit till it gets tacky. And while that sits, we're going to finish off our lower lash line. Alright. I'm just gonna smoke out the lower lash line, guys. Nothing too serious, nothing hectic. I'm gonna go in with the same shades we were using on the upper. And yeah. I love me a good defined eye, so I'm also going to go in with the gel liner on my lower lash line. Using the same angled brush that we were using before. Just going to apply that directly on the waterline. Like so, just to create a little bit of a, you know, shape. What do we call that? Cat eye. Thank you very much. Thank you for your services. Okay. Let's stick on the lashes now before they go dry, guys. khona ukushaya amanzi ngala and kuzongihlanyisa yazi white skin. Such a perfectionist when it comes to my makeup, guys. I know there's no time for that right now, but okay, lash time. Lashes are on! Yo, do you know how stressful it is sticking on lashes? Hey! You don't know, my babe. The mouth tells you everything about my level of stress. Gorgeous. Good choice. Good choice, my doll. Okay, contour time. Going in with my V Beauty powder palette. I'm using this to sculpt the face. My favorite time of the day, contour time. Love a good contour. And I like to go kind of like not too dark. Then if I feel like I need to build, then I tap into the darker shades. But this is the shade I'm going to be using right here. And this is Chestnut and Dark Chocolate. I'm going to be using the two for my contour. And you guys know the areas we contour: cheekbones, well, just below the cheekbones. The higher you place your contour, the better, because it gives your face a lift. When you place it too low, you can end up dragging down your face, which makes you look older, dragging down your features. So just be very careful about placement. This is a trick I took you guys a few years ago. You start where the top of your ear is, you end where it meets. So where the top of your ear ends and the bottom meets, that's where you stop your contour. You don't drag it any further, because then you're going to end up aging yourself. And we do not want that. Okay. Trying to contour without getting any powder on my lace. Then we're also going to then contour the jawline just a little bit, as well as the chin area. I like to point out my chin, as you guys can see, just like so. Okay, now we're gonna contour the nose using a very thin yet fluffy brush. That's what I like to contour my nose with. And same placement as usual, just sculpting out the nose, making it appear slimmer. And you blend that all the way, almost as if you're blending it into your brows, like so. Beautiful. Now we're gonna dust off the powder under our eyes. We are done baking, and boy, are we baked. That sounds so wrong. And with whatever's left on the brush, I just like to dust this over my brows just to set those areas. I'm popping back into my highlighting palette, and I'm using the shade Bianca. As you guys have seen, I've hit pan, obsessed with her. I'm gonna place this on the center of our forehead and all the areas that we've highlighted, just to make sure that we don't lose that beautiful glowy lightness color. And now I'm going to set Lies. I'm going to blush my face first. Now I'm going in with my blush, and this is a Juvia's Place blush palette. This is in the shade, this is called The Blushed by Juvia's Place. I think it says volume 5. Yeah, volume 5. I love this very light pink shade here at the bottom. That's what I'm going to be using on my cheeks to rose them up. Guys, I am such a blush girl. Still am. You guys know this. Still am, has been, will be, forever been that way. Baby, it's been that way. Baby, I still feel the same. Something I gotta maintain. Bryson Tiller, always have been, always will be. Excuse me for 2 seconds. Oh, guys, I love blush so much. Blush makes me happy. Like, what does a makeup look without blush? You know, some people don't wear blush. Imagine. Okay, darlings, let's set the face. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray. The name speaks for itself. It makes your makeup last longer. Next up, we're going in with the Fenty Hella Thick Mascara. Love her. Great applicator wand that adjusts in shape from small to big, which is nice for applying on the lower lash line as well without making a mess. Beautiful. I love I love volume. Everything must just have volume, you know. If it's meant to be there, it must be there. I must see it there. Kirata volume. I get actually hungry looking lashes. Like what's the point of having lashes if your lashes are gonna look like I almost said something so rude. Oh. You know, I'm gonna apply some mascara as well on the upper lash line just to blend our lashes without falsies, just a little bit without disturbing them. Beautiful. Delicious. Now, I'm gonna go back in with my brush that has a little bit of powder because I don't like glowing in places that I should not be glowing. So I'm going to just set certain parts of my face just to ensure that a girl is matte. Okay. But we're glowing. Highlight time! The highlighting palette I'm using is Huda Beauty, and this is the Medium Glow Obsessions palette. This is how she looks. This is how she looks. Stunning. And I'm gonna start off by highlighting the bridge of my nose. I like to go in with the two very golden shades at the bottom. Pop that onto the bridge. Now we're gonna do our cheekbones. I still highlight a bit on my chin and a little bit on the center of my forehead, just like so. For my lips, I'm going to be doing something very different. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Truffle Matchstick. This is actually a concealer contour stick, but I like to use it as a lip liner. As you guys can see, it's a very beautiful, beautiful shade of brown. I'm gonna be using that with a very thin brush just to line my lips. So I just pick up the product and then I pop it on like a lip liner. And it works very, very well for me because I always lose my lip pencils. So now why not just use something that I know I'll never lose. It's delicious. Next lippy we are going in with now. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint, and this is in the shade Ann Button. This has been one of my favorite lippies for a very long time and still is. So just gonna make sure that all the liquid is well mixed. And yeah, I'm obsessed with these lip paints, guys. They're so, so, so good. It's like a very peachy nude. I'm gonna blend her in well. She's pretty cool. And then that's how you clean off your lipstick from getting on your teeth. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer just in the center. My long wear, sorry, I'm gonna go in with my Wear Even Hydrating Long Wear Concealer from Fenty, just in the center of my lips, just to highlight the center part. You don't want any concealer going on your teeth, guys. Ugh. Last but not least, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Lifter Plump Maxi Lip Chili Pepper Pigment Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Pink Sting number 3, just to bring in a little bit of the pink that I have on my cheeks. I'm gonna pop that on my lips as a gloss. I mean, you won't see much of the pigment, but I just want to warm up my lip a little bit. Juicy. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. I'm done. Let me fix my hair. I'll be back to do my outro. See you guys soon. And that is it from me, my loves. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my updated Get Ready With Me Soft Glam edition. If there's any products that you guys missed, you guys will see them throughout the video, and also read the description box for all product details. I will type everything out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know down below if there's any requests for any videos in specific or makeup looks that you guys would like to see me recreate. I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you for all the love and support. Mwah.